10x rule is the underlying factor behind all extraordinary feats. You probably picked this tidbit, wondering what the 10x rule is and if it can truly help you accomplish all your dreams and more. Let's begin with a bit of background story. Grant Cardone is a successful real estate investor. Over the years, he has built many successful companies, and people always ask him the one secret to his massive success. The question has always taken him back. After pondering it, he discovered that he succeeded because he obeyed the 10x rule. He always went the extra mile in all that he did. According to Grant Cardone, he constantly saw to it that he put in 10 times more effort than the average person would. Many people set lofty goals but underestimate the amount of action or mindset shift required to achieve that success. This is the reason we often fall short of our goals. You'll understand this if you've happily set goals on New Year's Day and pushed your way through to the 31st of December without actualizing up to 50% of them. Any target attacked with the right actions in the right amounts with persistence is attainable. Grant Cardone. The 10x rule strongly emphasizes 10x goals. At best, you're only as successful as the goals you set. Both aspects of the rule work hand in hand. You need to have lofty, extraordinary goals, and you must put in the right amount of effort to make them a reality. In the chapters that follow, we'll go deep into how to set lofty goals and take the right amount of action needed for an extraordinary life. It's going to be an interesting and educational ride. Things don't just happen to you, they happen because of you. You attract success because of who you are. Failure. 2. You need to get it into your subconscious that nothing just happens and that you are directly or indirectly responsible for the things that happen in your life. Playing victim won't help you in the journey to greatness. It will inhibit your progress. Your life will begin to take a dramatic shift when you cultivate the habit of taking responsibility for the outcome of your life. It's easy to take responsibility when you're directly involved, but it becomes challenging when you don't seem to have control over the situation. For instance, you're giving a speech, and your audience suddenly becomes uninterested such that they prefer chit-chatting to listening to you. It would be easy to blame the organizers for giving you a boring topic or for not paying attention to the aesthetics of the venue. But a 10x performer would think differently. They'll search themselves to find how they could have fueled the disinterest and determine what steps they can take to prevent it next time. Life only rewards people who take action. So far, we've established that our thoughts and actions are the most significant drivers of success in our lives. You won't attain great heights if your thinking is limited. Likewise, you may have the most incredible mind in the world, but it won't be able to bail you out of mediocrity if you aren't committed to taking necessary actions. It'll be outrageous to say the people unhappy with their results aren't taking action. They are. We all take measures on a daily basis. Only the majority of us don't take the number of steps necessary to birth the kind of life we desire. It goes to say that you can change the quality of your life by changing your actions. But you'll be frustrated trying to do this when you don't know what activity level you're currently in nor how to move on to the level required for your success. Grant Cardone classifies our action levels into 4 groups. We shall consider them in chronological order, starting with level 1, no action. The people in this group have given up on their dreams. They no longer take action toward the things they once desired. They're complacent when it comes to seeking knowledge, networking, or doing things that are supposed to help them enjoy life. They spend time explaining to everyone who cares to listen why things aren't working for them. Group 2. Retreat. People in this category have, at some point, taken actions that didn't deliver as expected. The sense of failure makes them retreat, concluding that the situation is a hopeless one. Quick advice: don't jump into such conclusions too quickly. You may think you've failed in business after not reaching your goals twice, but if you strike again, you might just find that things work out well. Retreaters should learn to critically examine situations before jumping to conclusions. For example, it doesn't make sense to refuse to prepare for an exam simply because you failed several tests in that particular course and therefore assume there's no way you could possibly pass the course. The right action to take would be to attend a good tutorial class prior to sitting for the exam. Seek consistency and growth rather than perfection. We went over the 2 lowest levels of action in Chapter 3. In this chapter, we'll consider the final 2, especially the category everyone aiming for success must be in. Group 3. Normal action. This level of action is the most prevalent in our society today, and it's the most socially acceptable. The person who takes average action never aims to be extraordinary. They don't even think of standing out of the crowd. They move with the bandwagon, consciously or unconsciously aiming for a normal life. Such a person is stuck in the middle class and is comfortable because that is what society advocates. Living an average life is dangerous because anything can happen. As a business owner, you can easily go broke if the economy begins to shake. As an employee, your company won't have second thoughts about laying you off when the need arises because they can easily find 1,000 other average people like you. Group 4. Massive action. This realm of action is considered borderline insanity by many people because it transcends the societal understanding of hard work or progressive success. However, if you look closely at nature, you'll find that massive action is in the fiber of creation. Think about bees and ants. They are always working, taking massive measures to secure their future. Did you know that there's non-stop activity going on beneath the earth you're sitting on right now? Would you also consider how the ocean never stops moving? How the entire planetary body never stops revolving around the sun? Nature is consistently and persistently working. It's the reason why you can plant a seed and 7 days later find that it has germinated. Everything around us is in constant motion. Why should we be any different? Massive action is all about relentlessly engaging in activities that move you, your company, or your family forward. There's no retreat, normal action, or inaction. It's simply consistent and massive action. Only this type of attitude can make you rise from obscurity to becoming a global force. Many people have heard that they're truly unlimited. Limitations exist only in their minds, yet they still settle for average, or realistic, goals. Society makes us believe some things are realistic while others aren't. This is simply not true. There's no such thing as unrealistic goals for the extraordinary person. There only exist goals that require massive amounts of action compared to others. Don't be afraid to set big goals. They bring happiness and fulfillment to your life. There's an exciting sense of accomplishment you feel when you do things normal people consider impossible. You get a chance to prove to them that impossibility only exists in the mind. In the Stone Age, for example, wouldn't it be considered crazy to think you can sit in one place and have a chat with someone hundreds of miles away? But how possible is that in the 21st century? If no one ever set a goal to make communication better for humanity, it would never have happened. Check the lives of the greatest inventors and business people, and you'll find that they all had big goals. Lofty goals provide the momentum to keep you going even in the face of resistance or setbacks. But it's easy to let go of small goals in such circumstances. As a rule of thumb, you should cultivate the habit of reviewing your goals every single day. This will help you stay on course and commit to bringing them to pass. Conclusion: life is a gift to be enjoyed, not endured. Many people go through life unhappy and wish the world would end the next day because their lives aren't producing the results they expect. But ending your existence just because you feel dissatisfied isn't the best decision. There is almost no problem without a solution. And in fact, this summary has handed you the not-so-secret code to extraordinary achievement. In case you missed it, the key to lasting happiness and impactful living is going the extra mile to think and do 10 times more than ordinary people. For every goal you set, there is the right amount of action required. The mistake most people make is setting high goals then underestimating the work required to hit their targets. Because of this imbalance, they get exhausted and give up before hitting any significant milestone. It's not their fault, though. Unless the mind is specifically trained, it will never give accurate estimations. And it is easier to underestimate because small work makes the brain feel comfortable. However, if you're passionate about living an extraordinary life, then you have to become a massive action taker. Resolve in your mind to take massive action every day towards your goals. Decide to stop at nothing until you've hit all your targets. This is the mindset that will keep you from thinking small and taking mediocre. Try this. Take an inventory of your life. Are you satisfied with the house you're living in, your financial status, your overall personal achievement? No. Then the 10x rule is for you. Pick up a pen and paper and begin writing your dream life. Don't think of how you'll actualize it. Your assignment is to write it all down. Pen the exact life you want to live. When you're done, close your eyes and begin imagining yourself living that life. Those are your goals for the next 12 months. Repeat the process every day, in the morning and at night. But this time, allow your mind to develop 10x strategies and actions required to deliver your goals. Identify an area in life to apply the 10x rule. Multiply effort and expectations by 10. Write down your personal definition of success to clarify what you're striving for. Identify personal traits to develop that you believe will lead to your success. Take immediate action on a task you've been procrastinating on today. Set a goal to practice a skill consistently for the next 30 days. Establish one audacious objective that pushes your limits and start planning the steps to achieve it.